if I can fix that. Camera. I think I'm live. I don't think anyone will be on. I'm pretty late coming on doing a pop-up, but no rest for the wicked, right? So I'm here. I'm here. And I do have my tarot cards just in case you guys want to ask me questions. But I really came on to talk about the eclipses coming up so that any of you are interested, if you want to watch this back. But yes, I will take readings as well. Today, I believe this deck is called the Moon something. It is this deck. You guys have seen me use it before. If it'll focus. This is a deck I previously used. Let me check to see if the sound's working. I just hopped in and I didn't even see if my sound is on. And sometimes YouTube is really janky when it comes to the sound. 100%. Let's see. Okay. The sound is working. The sound is on. Perfect. It is going to be a late night session. It's Monday. So if you guys happen to be up like me, staying up late, watching stuff, doing stuff, then this is the perfect live for you. Just going to do my intro as always. Hello, I am Brandy. I am a practical everyday tarot reader, which means I like to bring tarot down from the esoteric plane and make it relatable and intertwine it with all the reality, real world events that we experience on our day-to-day basis. So that is me. That is what I do. I'm up for a late night session because I personally cannot sleep right now. So I am up. I'll probably crash in a bit. I did, however, want to talk about the eclipses coming up in September because this is AstroTarotResearch. So I love combining astrology. Astrology is my first love. No, actually, tarot is my first love, but my astrology became my second love. They're tied up there. So I took the time to look back and reflect, and I wrote a little, blurb about the eclipses coming up. So don't mind me if I'm looking at my phone. It's because I have written something so that I can be clear and comprehensive. So we have two eclipses coming up in September in Virgo and Pisces in Western astrology. Now, the lunar eclipse is on the 7th and it takes place in the sign of Pisces, and the solar eclipse occurs on the 21st in the sign of Virgo. Now, in Vedic astrology, the lunar eclipse occurs in the nakshatra of Purvabhadrapada, happening in Aquarius. And this is a placement which connects to wanting to be unleashed and wanting to be unbound. It rejects any sort of control that a circumstance or a person may have over you. This nakshatra resists any sort of rules and expectations, which can sometimes feel uncomfortable or even be controversial. So you may have some moments coming up in your life like that. Now, the influence of Rahu, it highlights breaking away from situations as well that restrict freedom of expression because Rahu is an innovator. So the last lunar eclipse that we had in Purvabhadrapada was around September 2024. So any events in September 2024 may be coming back around, or maybe you've even felt like this has been a story that is continuing, that's around control, independence, and breaking free of resistance. So now, for the solar eclipse that is taking place in the nakshatra of Uttara Falguni. And you guys know I did a post on the lunar eclipse in Uttara Falguni. And I talked about how Uttara Falguni connects to ambitions, it connects to commitments and the goals that we align ourselves to. It's both about personal relationships and your own career or purpose direction in life. So because it's conjunct K2, this is always going to be about letting go and releasing things. So, or restructuring areas of your life, because K2 wants to remove things. K2 is like, I'm here to just take stuff away. Okay. It's there to clean house. So quite often I've definitely seen Uttara Falguni connect to moving, relocating, ending relationships, ending certain jobs, careers, whatever the case may be. And then also making sacrifices in those areas. Like you may sacrifice a relationship for a career. You may sacrifice going to a birthday party because you have an interview or something like that. But it's about making some sort of sacrifice in your life. And then the last time we actually had an eclipse, it wasn't a solar eclipse. It was a lunar eclipse. And Uttara Falguni was this year. And that was around March 13, 14, 15. I can't remember the exact day, but I know it was around that time period. And so any stories having to do with things going on in March more than likely will also be reoccurring or coming to some sort of climax within the month of September. So I want you guys to keep that in mind as we go forward. You know, definitely thinking about sacrifices and choices or priorities and things that come up. I can definitely think of a few things reoccurring from both themes from September 2024 from March to 2025, and that sort of access that has been happening throughout this time period. For me, it was personally having to do with more so career directions, and each one of those days were sort of like pivotal moments, or at least they were happened within weeks of pivotal moments, because eclipse energy can last, people say, for a couple of weeks to 6 months. For me, I feel as though it's about a couple of weeks. All right. I think that's when the energies are the strongest. And that could be weeks before or weeks after, where you feel like there's just some pivotal events or tension building. But that was my little tidbit about the energies coming in up September. So if you've had some sort of theme going on in your life, let me know. I am here to answer any questions. As usual, I love providing my guidance, and I love when you guys ask me questions. So if you are up this late Monday night like me and you want to chat or you want to ask any questions, then let me know. And even create a poll, you know. I'm not even sure what to ask. I'm so tired. I'm like tired and not at the same time. It's I don't know. Let me think. I'll say, this is a really specific question, but I am curious. Okay. Random question, but and just so you guys know, mine's is red. So the question I ask is, what was your favorite color to wear? And obviously it's limited in options. They only give you 4, but it's blue, red, black, or other. And if it's other, let me know in the comments. Are you a pink person? Do you like yellow? Are you a fan of the metallics? Do you like gold? Do you like silver? Let me know your favorite color to wear. Black. Black is a go-to. You know, it always looks good on everyone, and you can never go wrong with black. You know, it goes with everything. So I'm with that. I'm thinking maybe I should have put white instead of red, but I don't know too many people who say their favorite thing is to wear is white. I think a lot of people are scared that they're going to mess up their clothes. And I'm just shuffling away right now in case anyone has any questions. I won't be on too long, 30 minutes max. And then I'm going to have to force myself to go to bed because I do have responsibilities, unfortunately. I will be here on Friday Forgot what time I scheduled it for, but I'll post the time by Tuesday night. You should still be able to see the live that I have up, even if I don't post it in the community tab, but I will because I'm responsible and I like to be consistent. So, but who knows, maybe some disaster will happen and I'll forget it. Oh, the time is 10. I remember now. It is 10 p.m. that I will be live on Friday. Going to do a late night session for Friday. This time at 10 p.m. Guys, it has been such a long week and it's only been Monday. But I knew that was coming. If you saw the weekly collective, we already knew the energies that were happening. We got the Hangman and then we got Temperance. So we knew we had to deal with some themes of just having to be patient with circumstance and even with people. But go ahead and vote on the poll. Let me know your favorite color to wear. Is it blue? Is it red? Is it black? Is it other? And if it's other, please let me know the color, you know? I'm very excited. I've been working on some things in the background for my channel. And I think you guys are going to like it. Don't forget, the September readings are out Thursday. So you guys get to see what is going to be happening this September, since we were on the subject of talking about the eclipses and things being very monumental, a lot of energies. People say sometimes eclipses can bring about wild shake-up energies. People get married on eclipses. People do all sorts of things. There's lots of conflicts. Essentially, eclipses are going to try to redirect you and realign you with your purpose. And so if you're completely, out of line with it, it's going to push you into place. So it's like fated events, that's the vibe. Oh, I'm a little sleepy, but I'm happy to be here. Oh. So right now, excuse me. Whew. Oh, man. I am thirsty. Oh. I am thirsty. Let me get a little bit more sip of my water. I need to refill that. That's okay. Oh. So, I can't believe summer's coming to a close. I feel a little sad. That it's coming to a close. But in a way, I'm also happy. I feel like I'm ready for 2026. Like, I feel like I have so many big plans that I want to enact and put into place. Oh, my goodness. I'm yawning, but I have tried to go to bed. And I just forgot what I was going to do. It was something important. Oh, yeah, like I'm going to make sure that I cut this up for the eclipse, make it into a short so that you guys can look back and see it. It says my battery is a little low, so I'm going to do stuff to turn it on. See where the battery is. To plug this in, make sure it doesn't die on me while I'm live. All right. Here we are. Wow. All right. back in action, ready to take any readings. If anyone has any questions, if you personally would like to know what's going to be happening for you in the month of September, if you need any clarity on any sort of love matters, if you are looking for clarity when it comes to career or things that might be happening and coming up next, or even just good news for happening for you this year, you know, I would love to be able to provide guidance or to see what the cards have laid out for you, especially as we're going into the month of September. So many fated events are going to be coming for everyone in the month of September because that is what eclipses do. And we can look at tarot to get some clarification. In fact, why don't we do that? You know, I do the weekly collective. So this will be like a little mini monthly collective, and I'll put a timestamp there for both. So anyone who's interested can look back and get my analysis on the eclipse. And then we can also do a reading, a collective reading on what are the fated events. Hi, Huncho. How are you? I hope all is well with you. I just came across your live. Well, nice to see you. You know, I'm glad you came across my live. Welcome if it's your first time here. I love when new people join. I hope you voted on the polls. If you did, let me know which color you choose. Were you blue, black, or black? Which one? Said, I'm doing okay. I can't complain. How are you? It's been a rough day, but you know, it's better now that I am home, now that I'm live. I feel like I'm in my element. Blue, okay. Solid color. Blue looks good on most people as well. So solid color. I think that's why people choose blue jeans, right? Because it's the other color that goes with everything besides white or black. Completely understand that. I don't think I wear enough blue, I think. I feel like my closet is predominantly all one side black and then random multicolor like this over here. That's me. I'll use more options next time and force people to choose like multicolor and whatever. But since you're here, do you have a favorite tarot card? My favorite color is going to have to be red. I wear a lot. I have red being the second most popular color that I wear. And obviously you can see I have my little red cloak here. And there's lots of different red in my room as well. So I love red, you know, the color of love, as they say. Well, I guess pink too. Oh, if you have a favorite tarot card, let me know your favorite tarot card. I don't think I've ever asked that, and I am curious to know. Said, I don't, just starting to get into this tarot stuff. Well, welcome. You know, I'm glad to see you here and getting into tarot. What made you want to get into tarot cards? What brought you to the subject of tarot? I am curious. Oh, it's split across the board. Blue, black, and other. It's a deep story. Oh, okay. Well, you don't have to share it if you don't feel comfortable sharing it. But I am glad that you are in the tarot space. I think tarot is absolutely wonderful. It definitely works in terms of helping you to plan and provide guidance and to assess options, you know. I think it's a good thing that it's like a great reflective tool, I believe. Said basically I ran into a witch unknowingly at a bar. She was a bartender and worked all types of dark magic on me. Oh wow. Why did she decide to do dark magic on you? Like that's intense. That is wild. I am very curious now. My interest is extremely piqued because this just went left field. It's a true story. After meeting her, I started thinking about her 24/7. Mind you, we were only spoke a few times. Next thing you know, my life went left, still trying to connect the dots. Wow. I wonder what happened. I'm trying to figure out what happened that led to her deciding to do dark magic. Said, hello, will you listen to some of my music? There's no AI, I made it by myself. Thanks. Maybe some other time, and I don't think my channel is the best place to advertise your music. There we go. He said, I was blessed before meeting her. Nice car, nice apartment, etc. You were blessed before meeting her. Lost everything, bad dreams, literally felt like someone was siphoning my energy for years. Did she tell you how to reverse it? It sounds a little bit like it sounds a bit like Beauty and the Beast story, where he turned away the witch because he didn't like how she looked, and then she puts a curse on him, and then his whole life is destroyed until he can find true love. Did she tell you how to break this curse? Say, I can't make it up. I only started going to that bar because of my cousin. Man, maybe you got to talk to your cousin. Say, I need your, that's deep. I hope that's how it turns out. I hope it's how it turns out too, because if if this really occurred, and I'm not saying that you're making anything up, but it's like, that's pretty intense, So I think you're probably going to need something equally intense to overcome it, whether that be something personally you do or circumstance. But I'm hoping life goes up from here. Said, I know she was doing stuff because one bartender was like, I feel like y'all are going to get married one day. And I'm thinking how we only spoke a few times. I don't know. I would take that with a grain of salt. You get to decide who you're going to marry in this life. So I wouldn't listen to some random bartender saying that. Plus, you did say it was a few years ago. So if you guys aren't together by now, I would say that that's probably not true. And it shows that you have more control over your life than you think. He says she was married already. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think that bartender, the one who said that, might have been messing with you. This girl was like, I just can't make this up. Well, I don't know. I wasn't there, so. But anyway, I do want to get started on just doing a collective for September for the eclipses. And I do hope that things turn around, Huncho, and you start getting some better luck this year. The eclipse season hopefully can bring some fated circumstances for good for you. So let's see what the collective says. I can't buy a win. You never know. Have the right mindset. So we have the Page of Cups for the weekly collective. That's a positive start. We have basically the High Priestess. And we have the Three of Cups. So the September eclipse weekly collective, this is more than likely saying it is bringing about some circumstances, some fated circumstances when it comes to honestly spending time with the people you love and care about. The High Priestess energy is obviously an energy that's very quiet, it's very thoughtful, very reflective. And I think it's saying after a moment of pause and realignment, you decide what is most important to you, and you start spending more time around people who actually support and care about you. And this can also bring about people offering a olive branch. So if you have had some beef or some tense moments with people, with the Page of Cups and the Three of Cups, this is all about bringing more collaboration, more willing to work together, more willing to accommodate each other, taking others into consideration. So this eclipse energy does seem to be more positive, less fighting, more sharing, more caring, more loving, as well as feeling a sense of fulfillment and happiness, because that Three of Cups energy is all about having a good time. The Page of Cups loves to have a good time as well. And for some people, this can represent, getting out of a funk if you've been single a while, because the High Priestess energy is generally a person or representative by somebody who isn't engaged in the dating scene. And the fact that we have the Three of Cups there can show wanting to engage yourself more, considering different options, and really reflecting on making deeper connections with people or more connections. So it's really just investing more time and energy into those areas. So I do like to see that it is just a lot of deep thinking as well, reflecting on your own emotions and what makes you happy. That's funny. I just pulled the 10 of Cups. That's weird. But that is exactly what I was going to go for. It's about what makes you happy in the long run. And I feel as though this eclipse energy is going to align us or push us to do things or focus our energy on things that bring us more happiness. So instead of focusing on responsibilities or making sure you dot all your I's and cross all your T's and have everything in alignment and make sure that you are being productive all the time, it becomes more about relaxing, having fun, appreciate connection, appreciating warmth, appreciating being appreciated. And I really do think that that's a huge relief, because definitely for the eclipses, it can go either way. It can go left, it can go right. And to be honest, this energy looks like it's going right. So I'm very happy to see that for our eclipse collective. I'll make sure to put that in the description. I do want to say with the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups, this can definitely represent family coming to visit or vice versa. You going to visit family, you going to visit friends, friends going to visit you. That can be all about that eclipse energy. and what's occurring here, but it does seem to bring about more moments of excitement. And also with that 10 of Cups there, it's kind of like you're looking for that next step to bring you more fulfillment and happiness. It's like, oh, I've already reached this goal and this makes me really happy, but I want something else. It's almost like getting a Christmas gift. And once you get that gift, you love it, it's amazing. Then 2 weeks later, you want something else that's going to bring you more fulfillment and happiness. And that in a way can be that 10 of Cups energy, especially aligned with the Page of Cups. And for some reason, this card wants to come out. 7 of Pentacles. I guess that'll be the final card here when it comes to the eclipse energy. That's all about considering where you are investing your time, where you're investing your energy, and really taking the time to reflect to see if you are making the right choices that are going to allow you to win in the long run, that are going to continue to bring success, that is going to continue to provide you a sense of security, that you are investing in a routine that is sustainable, that you're not working so hard that you're drained, or that you aren't being so lazy that you neglect the things that could bring you happiness and fulfillment in the long run. And then this could quite literally just be, oh, I'm investing and I'm thinking about finances and how can I bring about more, I don't know, windfalls of money. That's really what that energy is. And it can also represent that you receive something money-wise that makes you happy, and then you're trying to figure out, how can I spend this? I don't know. Maybe some of you win the lottery. I have no clue. You know, but it does show that does seem to be a lot of focus on how you can invest your time and your resources. So I do like that. I love that for us collectively. And it looks like we have 4 votes. So blue is the default winner by the 4 votes. But I'd imagine if I pick this question another time, I might get different votes. And since I'm really curious about this question, I'm probably going to ask it again in the live. I'm not going to do it on the polls because I want to save those for more important questions. And more tarot related videos. You know, in the lives, we just have fun and we just joke around and keep it light. Sometimes it gets heavy, you know, that's tarot, but I want to stick to the light questions for the polls. And I am probably going to close out because it is late and I don't think any of you guys are going to have any questions right now. Hopefully I will see you guys on Friday. You'll definitely hear my voice on Thursday with the new reading out. So look forward to the September reading that is going to be out on Thursday. So you can see what is coming up for you in the month of September. I know it's going to be a lot of different fated events. And as you saw from the weekly collective for the month of September that I've just done, it looks like things are going to be positive. And I believe I have titled my video in such a way that is reflective of that energy. So I will see you guys on Thursday and I'll see you on Friday. Or you will hear me on Thursday and I will see you on Friday. And don't forget, if you want a private reading from me, all you have to do is go to that link in the description and I will get back to you. I'm usually back to you within 72 hours max. I'm honestly usually quicker than that. It's usually 24 hours. I'm just very organized. So I like to get things like really done. So if you really want a reading with me, you can get that done. I do Vedic chart readings as well. So if you are interested in getting your Vedic chart reading read, then we can go into that. A lot of people like to ask questions about love and career. You know, money and honey are the most popular things. And I'm pretty good, I think, when it comes to understanding the important lessons that are playing out within your chart. And I could even go into your personal nakshatras and let you know how things are affecting your life or why you might be running into certain patterns, because your nextatra placements can show the patterns that you can run into quite often in your life. So get a Vedic chart reading if you are interested in that. Oh no, the poles are shifting. It is blue and black. Blue and black. Someone came in at the last moment to switch it up. Honestly, I thought everyone was going to pick black, but yeah, I will see you guys then. And it was nice to have a quick chat with Huncho here. I am wishing you the best, and I'm hoping that more good fortune will come your way. And I wish that for all of you. And I'm going to send my luck this week. And this will be posted. This will be up, but I'm going to put the timestamps so you guys can get right to the astrological info and the collective. So I'll see you next time. Au revoir.